Hi guys! So we've just finished our travels around Cambodia and we're currently in a new place, which you'll be seeing a video shortly for this. In our time there we visited 5 different places. 4.5 different places, I think is the right way to say it.
Yeah, we did Siem Reap, Phnom Penh,
Sihanoukville, yeah.
Sihanoukville, Kampot and Kep for a day.
Kep, yeah, we only went, it wasn't even a full day, it was like half a day, but we're counting it in our 5, or that's our half.
Because it was a good day.
It was a very good day.
So, Siem Reap.
We caught the train in Bangkok, it was very cheap.
Yeah.
Like very cheap, it was like 48 baht, which is just a bit more than £1.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it took us 5 hours to get from Bangkok to the border where we crossed over into Cambodia.
The train was like real.
Yeah, it was real. We went 3rd class, so there was no air conditioning, it was just fans on the roof.
But you could open the windows like all the way down.
The only issue is with that is that I was facing forwards on the train and got full of dirt. I was so dirty by the end of this train. Like, it was unreal. But yeah, we got across the border and we made it Siem Reap, which is obviously, as everyone knows, it is home of the famous Angkor temples.
Siem Reap, like the Cambodians are lovely.
Yeah,
they're the nicest people we've probably met so far, aren't
Yeah,
they?
including the place we are now. Like,
yeah.
The people are just a lot nicer. Like, I know it sounds really horrible, and it isn't. It's just their culture, but they're very friendly. They'll talk to you. They'll try and speak English to you.
Pass you their children.
They'll pass you their children. Like literally, pick up a child and hand it over.
Here, have my child.
This is my child.
Thank you.
Don't hold it by his head.
The Angkor temples. Now, this was something we were really excited about.
Yeah, but we weren't sure exactly which temples we wanted to do because there are so many of them and it takes a long time to do them.
Like, you could do them probably in 3 days.
Yeah, you probably could do them in 3 days. We only had 1 day to do it.
Yeah.
So we had to pick and choose
which ones we wanted to do.
Best temples.
Yeah, so we did Angkor Wat sunrise.
Yeah.
At like Angkor Wat sunrise. Then we did
the Phnom Bakeng elephant one. The one up on the hill.
Up on the hill, yeah. Which you could see Angkor Wat.
Yeah, you could see
from
Angkor
over
Wat
the trees,
from the top.
which was cool.
So yeah, that was really cool. And then we went to the Bayon Temple, Angkor Thom. Now you'll have seen these on television. You'll have seen the big, giant stone faces.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's amazing. Like the architecture in these buildings is
absolutely
unreal.
Incredible. And then we did the one where your bike broke.
The one with my bike broke. What was it called? Chelsea Voda.
Yeah. We only stopped there for a little bit.
Yeah, that was a very quick stop when my bike broke. The alternator went, which means I could not start it up. So I had to get a tuk-tuk driver to help me kickstart it.
But it was okay, we managed it.
We fixed it.
Taprong.
Yeah, Taprong was probably our favourite temple.
By far my favourite.
It was
beautiful.
Yeah, it was like a very old temple that had sort of been reclaimed by the earth. So the roots of the trees had grown up the walls.
Up and over it, like it was just amazing.
It was. Unfortunately, by this point, our camera had run out of battery, so we've
got lots of photos.
We've got lots of photos of it, so we will put them up. But that was our favourite temple, and we got a chance to sit down in it under the shade of trees and just chill out for a bit, and just take in the surroundings really.
And then we went to one last one.
One last one, which was the Bat Chum. It was the Bat Chum temple.
Super old one.
and we were the only people there.
It was beautiful.
Yeah,
it was tiny.
It was very small. Unfortunately, it was closed inside. I think it's because it was falling apart a little. So we parked our bikes and we took a walk around the outside.
But it was just so cute.
It was very cute, and like I said, we were the only people there, so we weren't in anyone's way. We weren't trying to
it was nice.
For these words he won't come around here, and his eyes won't see, and you know he won't come around here.
Manchester.
Buona Manchester United นะ
Well done.
Cái đấy có gì mà
Bye bye.
bye bye. Rồi.
Evil's taken a hold.
Oh my god, yours is huge!
Nothing deep here.
Oh, they're really nice.
It's like we're losing our sense of home. Just disappear. Just disappear. Tell your mother you're leaving here. Tell your brother you're going away. Tell your mother she needs to reassess herself, and this will be the only way.
So from Siem Reap, we took a bus that we got through our hostel, and we went down the country to the capital city, which is Phnom Penh.
Okay, so in Phnom Penh we were only there for three
nights,
days.
I
Two
think it
nights,
was,
yeah. So we didn't have much time, but we managed to fit in the killing fields and the, what's it called again?
The Two Old Sleng Genocide Museum.
Now, we didn't know before we got to Cambodia about what happened here, and it was pretty
deep.
It was hard hitting, definitely.
So we went to the killing fields. We had a tuk-tuk for the day, and we went to the killing fields, and it was Tamsin's birthday.
Yay!
So it weren't the best birthday present, I don't think. It was a pretty good day, but
it was a cool day, and it was really interesting.
It was hard to hear because in the 70s, Cambodia was under the rule of a fascist dictator called Pol Pot, who set up these execution camps all over Cambodia and killed a third of the population in Cambodia.
It was, we listened to an audio tour all the way around, and it was bits of information and then people's stories, because this only happened in the 70s.
That's what hit us the most, I think.
Because we didn't know anything about it.
You don't learn about this stuff in English schools, unless obviously you go to do history as maybe a major or something like that.
So it was really interesting. It was an amazing day, and we went to the
Two Old Sleng Genocide Museum.
So that was where political prisoners and things like that were kept and tortured.
Yeah, so basically it's a school. It was a school in the early 70s, and it got taken over by the Khmer Rouge, which were this army under Pol Pot, and
to this day, some of them are being prosecuted.
Yeah, I mean,
and it's so recent.
It's very sad what happened to these people, but
you can see it in the Cambodian culture. There's a young population, a really young population.
So the Genocide Museum, it's an old school that they've renovated into a sort of prison, but the cells are no more than a metre wide, and it's just hard to see. Like the video that you're going to see now, there's some parts in it that don't seem that bad out of context, but when you know about it and you know what these things are, then it's...
If you're interested in it, read up about it. It's very
and
interesting.
I'd urge you to read up about it because it is something, like I said, you don't learn, and it's very frustrating for us because we got to see it, and it's like this needs to be known worldwide because these people are still suffering. Cambodian people are still suffering from Pol Pot's reign.
Sometimes he tries to reassure himself that it's all still there, but most times he just cries to himself, slump deep into his chair. Tell your brother you're listening to his dreams. Tell your sister she is all you need. Tell your mother she is the only one, and your father has made you all that you've become. 'Cause these words aren't meant for anyone else but your family. Tell your brother you're listening to his dreams. Tell your sister she is all you need. Tell your mother she is the
To Phnom Penh, we set off to the beach. Yay! The first beach! Our first beach.
Yeah, we'd not done a beach yet, so we was
Super excited.
really excited to go get in the sea, on the sand.
Yeah, so we went to a place called Sihanoukville. Now, Sihanoukville itself and Serendipity Beach,
Yeah, you can take it or leave it.
it was cheap.
It's cheap.
There's a lot of people.
Plenty of places to eat.
Yeah,
Plenty of shops,
But
but it wasn't the cleanest of places.
and yeah, just a bit too touristy for us, wasn't it?
So a short walk from our hostel, there was a beach which was a lot nicer than Serendipity Beach.
Yeah, way
it was
nicer.
cleaner, not many tourists at all, it was mainly locals.
Yeah,
But the sea was warm, the sand was white,
it was pretty.
it was beautiful, yeah.
It was really pretty.
We managed to go back that evening and watch the sunset.
Watched the sunset, we spent the day there,
Yeah,
found the rocks.
found the rocks.
Jellyfish.
We found a jellyfish, honestly it was like this
Look,
big.
did you see that bug?
No.
What's that? Really big. Sorry. It was a really big bug.
It's a jellyfish. It was honestly, it was about this big. It was dead, unfortunately, and we found it on the beach. We pushed it back into the water thinking it might help it, but it didn't.
It was definitely dead.
Yeah, it was definitely dead.
But it was huge. It was really worrying and cool
It
at
was,
the same
yeah, it was
time.
kind of worrying because we thought it might sting us still, but it didn't.
Yeah.
It was
And then we went, did a bit of rock climbing.
Bit of rock climbing.
And
They were really cool rocks as well. Like they weren't jagged or anything. They were like
that was
you
fun.
can tell a lot of people climb.
Yeah, it was fun.
Jelly on a plate. jelly on a plate. Oh no. So Kampot is a short ride away. It was 2 hours.
If that.
Yeah, it's about
Yeah.
a 2-hour drive on a bus, which cost us $5, and it's so much nicer.
Oh, it's not that well known. It's pretty untouristy.
It's pretty new for the backpacker community. So one of the days we decided to rent mopeds again and go from Kampot to Kep. So on the way to Kep, there are numerous places and numerous things to do. Unfortunately, we couldn't do them all because we only had a day, and we were setting off at about 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
So we still had quite a full day, but not enough to do everything. The first place we ended up
Was the salt
fields.
fields. Now, like massive, like it wasn't much to see, but it was worth going. Like it was just masses of salt plains where they were harvesting salt. And
Yeah.
like massive buckets of like just sea salt.
like
at the
pure
salt.
salt. Like it's something you never think about. Like I knew that salt came from salt water, but I've never thought how they get it. Like,
it was cool.
and-
We're just like raking it out the water.
Yeah,
like,
and
was
yeah,
cool.
that was cool.
and then we carried on and we went to 3 different caves.
3 different caves. Yeah, the first cave we didn't get the name of, and we've forgotten.
And it's probably the best cave
It
we
was
went
probably
in
the
as
best
well.
cave we went. It's like a big canyon. If you're looking for it, it's next to a place called Cambodia.
Yeah, Cambodia are a company that do like climbing and traversing and abseiling in the cave.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for it, they're probably the best way to find it.
Yeah, if you just search for Cambodia, go to there, and the cave's right next to it.
Yeah, and then the other 2 caves were a bat cave and a white elephant cave.
Not the Bat Cave like Batman. I was sorely disappointed. But it was cool.
It was cool. There was so many bats.
Yeah.
And there was a few like little temple-y bits in between. It was like, it was good.
Yeah.
There was no elephant.
There was no white elephant,
It's all a lie.
so don't believe it.
Unless we couldn't find it.
Unless
But we
it was
did explore quite a lot.
invisible white elephant.
Could have been invisible.
We're in Cambodia.
We carried on
Yeah.
and we went along the beach, like along the coast, and the beach looked awesome.
The
from where
beach
we were.
did look really good. There's lots of statues and
We were just really hungry though, so we went and found food and we just typed it into Maps.me,
yeah.
and the first place to come up, we were like, right, let's go there, and it was the best food.
Yeah, we had chicken satay, and we started talking to this Canadian man.
Canadian man.
He was a lovely old man, and he was telling us that the
The
place
best.
where we were was the best food in Cambodia.
Yeah.
Now
He'd been there for years.
Yeah, and we are yet to try food that was better than that.
Yeah.
We went to the buffet.
And you guys were dying to swim.
Yeah, we really wanted to swim. I love being in the sea. It's literally one of my favourite things in the world.
He likes water.
I like water.
I like animals, he likes water. That's how it works. So we got back on the scooters and Simon let me drive. I drove. He was
He
terrified.
drove. I was terrified at first, but then I was fine.
So we went down to the beach and the sun was just starting to set and it was beautiful, and you could walk out to so far, like
Yeah,
up
you-
to your knees.
You
like,
could walk out at least 100 metres and you were still only up to your knees. It was fun.
it was a great day.
It was
really
such a good day.
We'd recommend anyone going to Kemp and Camp
I think that's the reason why it was one of our favourite places, is that it was just
full of
so
stuff.
much stuff to do. And like,
Last thing I want to say about Camp is we unfortunately didn't get to go to the, what's it called, the Camp traditional
yeah, the
music
traditional
school.
music school.
I emailed the founder and unfortunately we were there over a weekend, so we couldn't go because they don't have rehearsals over the weekend. Basically it's an organisation where they take in orphans, they also have classes for less fortunate and special needs, and they teach them ballet and traditional music and dance as well as normal classes, and the orphans, they live there as well, and it's just such a nice organisation. civilization.
It is like we drove past even on a weekend, and there was kids outside just having fun.
Happy,
Yeah, it was really good. That's one thing I noticed about Camp Pot is that they do put a lot of effort into the special needs community. And there was across the road from this traditional art school was a cafe called the Epic Arts Cafe, which
we went to on the last day.
went to on our last day, and it was just a nice place to be. Now, like, you could sit in there, and they were happy to see you, and they'd come over. And the great thing about this place is that they hire staff with special needs, so they're giving these people that would normally be on the streets begging.
Yeah.
They give these people a job, and they help them. So that's all for our time in Cambodia. If you need any details on prices, if you need any details on how to do things, where we've been, that we haven't spoken about, it's all on our blog, which I'll post a link to underneath. And if you do have any other questions, just hit us both up on social media. Again, I'll put them underneath. But yeah, it's been a good time in Cambodia.
So we have left Cambodia now, and we're in a new destination, in the middle of a park at the moment. We like to thank everyone we met in Cambodia. We had a really good time.
Brilliant time.
Here's a clue to where we are.
Yeah.